What's the deal, YouTube? It's Holy One, and I'm going to be discussing which system you should buy for your gaming platform. Now, I'm just going to discuss each platform, and I'm not going to tell you which one you guys should buy in my personal opinion, but let you guys decide after watching my video. So, let's start off with the gaming platforms with the PlayStation 4 Slim. Now, the PlayStation 4 Slim you can currently get between $250 and $300 new. The PlayStation 4 Slim does offer a lot for a casual gamer. Going into the hardware aspects, the PlayStation 4 is a great console that can run most games at 1080p, 30 frames per second, with a few titles here and there running at 60 frames per second. Now, the PlayStation 4, hardware-wise, does offer HDMI for HDR. It's not as good as the Xbox One or the Xbox One S when it comes to HDR, but the option is there. Now, when it comes to the hardware inside the PlayStation 4, it is running some old tech like the Jaguar cores and an old Radeon card, so you won't be getting like higher end performance as you would get with like the Pro or the X. But overall, if you just want to get this system to play some great exclusives that you can't play on other systems, you can definitely check out the PlayStation 4 Slim. It's also smaller than the original is, so it'll fit right under your table when you plug it into your TV. As well as offer some services like PlayStation Now, which you can stream over 600 games or 800 games through the cloud, as well as downloading certain PlayStation 4 titles off PS Now to your system directly. And the system also supports its own PlayStation VR, which is also an excellent bonus for the system since it's a cheaper option than going with like the higher end version that PC offers. And PlayStation does have some exclusive VR titles. Now, when it comes to overall sleekness and software in the system, it's very simplistic. It's much more easier to navigate with the tile system. The console does come with a basic Blu-ray drive. It doesn't offer the 4K Blu-ray in this new redesign. And the system does not allow for media playback, which you can save movies or music to as well. However, the PlayStation 4 does offer a USB option. You can plug in a USB stick to listen to music in the background on your console. So that is also a nice feature to have, as well as offering its own exclusives you can't get anywhere else. Now, moving up the list to the PlayStation 4 Pro, which comes in at around $400 to $350 if you can get one on a sale. The PlayStation 4 Pro offers all the same features as the PlayStation 4, offering its own subscription with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus gives you access to online, which is locked behind a paywall. And you also get 2 free games for the PlayStation 4, which are random each month. And they also offer cloud saves as well. So you can back up your saves to the cloud paying for the subscription. And you can also back up your saves to a USB thumb drive as well, which is also handy to have as well. The PlayStation 4 Pro was designed in mind to allow games to scale and perform better. The PlayStation 4 offers a dynamic scaling resolution, allowing games to dynamically scale from 1080p up to 4K checkerboarded. The PS4 Pro offers not many games at native 4K. Most games render out at 1440p, and most indie games will run at around 4K, so smaller indie titles like Rocket League will sometimes run at native 4K in the system. But what really gets the PS4 is its option to use boost mode, which in layman's terms is an option to take older games that don't support the upgraded textures and stuff like that, and it allows you to get more smoother frame rates for games that have frame rate issues at 30 frames per second, which most games sometimes dip down into the 20s at these higher resolutions on the base systems. As well as offering super sampling, the PS4. So if anyone is running on a 1080p TV, if you game on a 1080p TV, you can downscale and get better anti-aliasing and image quality. So it'll downscale the image down to 1080p for you as well, which is a nice little feature as well. So overall, the PS4 Pro does not come with a Blu-ray drive, which is unfortunate. It does not come with a 4K Blu-ray drive, so you don't get that added bonus of Blu-rays. But it did keep the cost down, so you're only paying $400 for it. You won't have to pay a little extra for that. So overall, the PS4 Pro is an interesting system to have. So definitely check that one out if you guys are interested in the PlayStation 4 ecosystem. And their controller is definitely not to my liking, but it does come with a touchpad, which offers interesting features. Certain exclusive games take advantage of the touchpad, and it has a built-in microphone as well, so you don't even need to have a microphone attached to your head. It's built into the controller as well. And the controller battery life is around 6 hours, which isn't too bad. It doesn't require batteries whatsoever. Moving on to the Xbox One S. This system you can get a little cheaper than the PlayStation 4 at around $200 to $250. This does include a 4K Blu-ray player, which is an awesome feature. It does include HDR more implemented better than the base PS4, and it allows to upscale movies to 4K, watching Netflix, so on and so on. Now it is considered one of the weaker consoles, so most games will run between 720 and 1080p. So if you're a casual gamer and you don't want to get the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S definitely offers more value there for you, as it does offer lower resolutions. And if you're interested in playing those franchises like Gears, Forza, and Halo. And then you have the more higher end version at $450 to $500, the Xbox One X, which offers a lot more features than the Xbox One S has. Not only do you get HDMI 2.0 and 1 into the system, this HDMI allows you to connect into monitors that offer FreeSync. And what FreeSync does is it gets rid of screen tearing in games. And what screen tearing is the images is refreshing and causing screen tearing. Example of this would be in Wolfenstein 2. The game has very heavy screen tearing in the X version. Now they do offer up to 160 frames per second, but there's like 0 Xbox One X games that go over 60 frames per second most of the time. And what the X also offers is most of their games are native 4K. Most of the games that run at native 4K are usually 30 frames per second with some frame rate hitches. And most of their games are checkerboard rendered, just like the PlayStation 4 Pro, but most of the time the resolution is either 1800p, 1600p, or higher compared to the Pro, which usually runs at about 1400p most of the time anyways. So you're getting a lot more better performance in frame rates, textures with the X and the PlayStation 4 Pro, as the X offers a higher clocked GPU at 6 teraflops. However, the system is bottlenecked using the same terrible Jaguar core that is in all the other base systems. So that's why most of the games have trouble running at 60 frames when it is offered in performance mode. Some games like Gears of War 4 and The Witcher 3 offer a performance mode where you're playing the game at 1080p and targeting 60 frames per second, but most of these games drop into the low 40s due to that terrible Jaguar core inside the system. So, other than that, most games are not coming out at higher resolutions on the Xbox One X, while offering higher textures and so on and so on. So, if you're willing to pay that extra premium price of $500, you can get a better deal on the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X also offers Game Pass. For $10 a month, you get access to games like PlayStation Now. Not as many games as PlayStation Now, but all these games can be downloaded to your native hardware, so you can play older games and new upcoming exclusives, upcoming Xbox One exclusives as well, that are also available on PC as well. So you get that aspect as well. The X also offers backwards compatibility, unlike the PlayStation 4, so you're able to play older games, and some of these games render at 4K, so you get better textures in the games, better resolution for the games, and they look a lot cleaner compared to the base Xbox One S, which does not offer that. What else? The X also offers their own version of an online subscription with Xbox Live Gold, which you also have to pay to get online access, and you get 2 free games a month for Xbox One, and you also get 2 Xbox 360 games as well. So you get 4 games total in that month as well. So if you're looking for a higher end game, definitely check out the Xbox One X. I personally prefer the Xbox One controller. True, you need to use Xbox One for the Xbox controller, you still need to use batteries. However, Microsoft offers a lot more customization for their controllers than Sony does with colors. And the Xbox Elite controller is probably the best controller you'll ever use. I know there's some people who say where they break down, but if you're willing to spend the cash, you can definitely check out the Xbox Elite controller. So moving up to the systems, we have the Nintendo Switch, which is selling for $300. What the Nintendo Switch offers that its competitors does is that portability. The Nintendo Switch is definitely the weakest system, and playing multiplats on it do run pretty bad, like Doom and Wolfenstein 2. It's a miracle those games run on there anyways. Most of these games run under sub 720p and 30 frames per second. However, if you're willing to look past the graphics of these games, you get to play them portably, which is an interesting feature, and you get all of Nintendo's first-party exclusives, as they are bringing over most of the Wii U titles as well, so you're getting Wii U titles on that as well. So you can definitely play into the Nintendo exclusives, and the portability aspect is a big selling point for a lot of gamers, as well as for casual gamers who are just getting back into gaming, or people who have kids who just want to get them something like the Nintendo Switch. The Switch also offers its own version of controllers like the Joy-Cons, but if you don't want to play using one of those, you can get the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. However, Nintendo's controllers also cost a lot more, and since Nintendo's using cartridges versus discs, most of their games cost more to manufacture, so you're also paying a premium price for their games, at least $10 more than you would pay for an Xbox One copy or PlayStation 4 copy. And most of the Switch games will run between 720p and 1080p when outputted to the TV. And the Switch's native screen is 720p. They're running Integra X1 chip with 4 gigs of VRAM, so there's definitely limitations that developers can do. So you probably won't get all the latest and greatest multiplats, but if you can look past all that, the Nintendo Switch is definitely an excellent buy to have, especially if you're into playing those Nintendo exclusives. And I know a lot of people want to play play their games on the go, and the Nintendo Switch and the other system I have on my list here are the only ways to do it, and you can't do that on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. Taking a crap with the Nintendo Switch in hand is pretty useful, especially if you have a lot of business trips. The Switch is definitely a good secondary console to have. Moving on to the final system on our list for gaming platforms, we have the PC, which is the most which is the best platform to have if you like freedom. Not only does the PC offer the highest textures, resolution, and frame rates for cheaper prices compared to the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro, but you can also take the PC portably like the Nintendo Switch if you want to game on a laptop, while getting performance specs equal or greater to than the Xbox One X at cheaper the price. The PC also does not have a online paywall subscription like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, where you have to pay $60 to $20 a year for that. That is free on every application used on the PC. PC also offers you the freedom of customization when upgrading. So if you want to get a PC that's as powerful as an Xbox One X for $400, you can do that. You just have to throw a GTX 1050 Ti in there or a 970, which you can get for $100 to $150. And if you don't want to build your PC and you just want to have it pre-built, you can get it pre-built yourself. So if you're not a tech whiz, you just want to game and that's it, just download Steam, Origin, or those applications. Most of these games will be optimized instantly using the NVIDIA application, so you don't even have to optimize the games yourself. PC also offers the cheapest games compared to its competitors, with Steam sales, website sales, all these competing platforms getting for your dollar. And most of these websites, either it's Steam, Origin, GOG, or Epic Store, all these developers will give you free games. I usually get 5 or 6 free games each week from these services alone, and I didn't have to pay a $60 subscription to get these. Most of these are indie games, but occasionally you'll get some AAA games sprinkled in here and there. So if you want to get PC, use whatever controller you want to use, whether it's keyboard, mouse, PS4, the Switch. You can use whatever keyboard input you want to use, or you can use mouse and keyboard. Or if you just want to get the Xbox One X, you can use mouse and keyboard on that as well. The PC also offers the most variety of games. You not only can get access to all the Xbox One exclusives, you can also get access to all the JRPGs that come to the PC, to the PlayStation 4 as well, since Microsoft doesn't offer many JRPGs whatsoever, and so your only choices going with those systems are either go through the PS4 or get them on the PC. And not only can you get Microsoft's exclusives, you can play them at higher resolutions. You can either play them at native 4K, higher resolutions than the Xbox One X could offer you, all that sort of thing. And if you want to get a laptop, you can also plug that into your TV via an HDMI. It's very simple and easy to do. You just launch Steam in big picture mode or any other application you want to use. So it's very simplistic. But I know some people don't like that and just want to do plug and play, and that's where the consoles can benefit you if you prefer to do that instead. And a final bit of note on the PC. If you want to rig it out and just spend all the money you want to do, instead of, you could go as high as you want or as low as you want. So PC offers the best options for you as a gamer if you want to go that route as well. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I gave a lengthy description on what system you should buy in 2019. I went over the pros and the cons for each system. Let me know what you guys want to buy in the comments below. This is your boy Holy One, out!